If you're planning on buying an investment property and renting it out and making millions of dollars using Airbnb in Los Angeles, I'm going to stop you right there. Look, I get it. I have seen tons and tons of videos on TikTok on how to make hundreds and two hundreds of thousands of dollars using Airbnb. And it makes a lot of sense. If you own a home and you want to rent it out, for example, this one rents out for $435 a night. That's over $12,000 a month if it's fully rented out. That's a lot of money. You have to jump through so many hoops in order to get an Airbnb approved legally in the city of Los Angeles. And I'm going to show you all of those rules right now. But the first one that's going to eliminate a lot of people, almost all investors, is that it has to be your primary residence. Hi, my name is Felipe Crook from EXP Realty, and in this video we're going to talk all about the rules of Airbnb in Los Angeles City, and I'm going to show you how to get around them at the end of the video. So the first big rule of any short-term rental in the city of Los Angeles is that it must be your primary residence, and you have to prove that it's your primary residence. Here are the ways you have to do that. You have to show a photo identification, and you have to have two pieces of these documentations, either a current valid California registration voter card, valid California vehicle registration certificate, a recent health insurance bill, a recent vehicle insurance bill, a copy of a paycheck or pay stub issued in the last 6 months, copy of your current property tax bill indicating homeowner's exemption, and a copy of the current rental or lease agreement, including the property manager or landlord's contact information and signature. So that one means that if you're renting a property and your landlord will allow you to do an Airbnb, you have to get a signed notary documentation showing that the landlord and the property manager approve of that use of the space. So let's say this is your primary residence. The next step of that is to make sure that it's not in a rent stabilization ordinance zone. And the best way to do that is going to zemus.lacity.org. So once you've gone into this website, you're going to type in the address in the address bar and then hit go. Once the website has found that property, you're going to go over to the left-hand side and go to housing, which is at the bottom. And you'll see under the Rent Stabilization Ordinance, it says no. So this is not subject to the Rent Stabilization Ordinance in the city of Los Angeles, which means if it's your primary residence, then you're now eligible to be able to rent it on a short-term basis. But now there's a bunch of other rules. Let me show you those. So the next step is actually registering with the city, and I'm going to put all of the links in the description down below with the time code. So if you just want to fast forward to a specific area, just click on that and it'll go right to that section. And while I have you here, make sure you like and subscribe if you want to keep up to date with everything Los Angeles real estate. So once you've gone to the website, you are going to click on register for a home share permit. Once you've gone to this page, you have to confirm that you are eligible by clicking each one of these items and then clicking next. As you go through and answer all the questions on this website, they're going to ask you for some documentation. So make sure you have PDFs of your driver's license and copies of the proof of residency. So let's say you go through this entire registration and the city actually issues you a home sharing permit. You are only allowed to rent your property out for 120 days a year. If you want to rent out your property for more than 120 days, there are additional requirements and a more expensive application fee. Those requirements include the host has to be registered for home sharing for at least 6 months or hosted at least 60 days. You have to notify all of your neighbors and abutting homeowners and occupants. I don't know about you, but asking your neighbors to approve a Airbnb right next to them might be a little challenging, but if you are a good host and you do it well, maybe it won't be a problem. You can have no suspensions and no revocations for the last 2 years, and you can have no more than 1 citation. If you still want to buy an investment property and don't want to go through all of these hoops, the best way to do that is to rent out your property for 31 days or longer. If you do that, you bypass all of the rules for home sharing in the city of Los Angeles. Now, remember, if your property is in a rent stabilization ordinance zone, it doesn't apply. So just make sure that you understand what your zoning is for your specific property. If you need any help with any of your real estate needs here in the Los Angeles area, my name is Felipe Crook with EXP Realty. You can contact me at 213-268-6832, or you can visit my website, distinguishedlahomes.com. Make sure you follow me on TikTok and Instagram as well. And feel free to reach out to me with any of your real estate concerns. My name is Felipe Crook, investing in your dreams.